So, imagine you're a giraffe. Congrats! You might get struck by lightning. But first, your life kicks off with a free fall. You're fresh out the womb at about 5 feet tall, weighing a solid 150 pounds. You nail the landing, dust cloud and everything. That impact absolutely rattles your brand new brain. And your very first breath? A lungful of hot, dusty African air. Chef's kiss. Your heart is already going absolutely berserk. You try to lift your head, but your noodle neck is completely useless right now. You're in full confusion mode. Mom is already right there, anxiously nagging you to get up. Because you're on a clock, buddy. You've got 15 minutes to figure out those 2 ridiculous chopstick legs. Otherwise, you're about to become a savanna Happy Meal. Lions, wild dogs, and leopards are probably already drawing straws to see who gets first dibs on the little snack. Good news, you managed to stand up. Your 16-foot-tall mom towers over you like a bouncer. First meal of your life? Milk. Premium, high-octane grow juice. About 15 pounds of it per day. Right now, you're 5 feet tall and weigh around 150 pounds. You've already figured out walking. Milk is your main course for the first few weeks, but within days, you'll start experimenting with leaves. You're going to have to learn to love that taste. Trust me, it tastes like regret and vomit, but you'll get used to it. Those cute little knobs on your head? They're not just fancy fashion accessories. They're your built-in thermostat, helps you vent heat. Your skull is also made of lightweight, porous bone full of air pockets, so you can actually hold that impossibly long neck upright. In your first few weeks of life, Mom hovers within about 80 feet of you at all times, like a security guard with an extremely long neck, scanning the horizon. Don't roll your eyes at her. She's actively preventing you from becoming someone's lunch. That rustling in the bushes could be a very hungry leopard. You spend most of your time hiding in the tall grass. After about a month of intense one-on-one supervision, Mom drops you off at Giraffe Daycare, where you'll learn essential life skills, like how to walk under branches without getting your neck wedged in one, how to spot a predator from half a mile away. The giraffe moms take turns babysitting, giving the others a much-needed break. Your growth rate right now is absolutely unhinged. You're growing faster than bamboo on steroids, about half an inch taller every single day for the first 6 months. Your neck is basically speedrunning evolution. Your legs are keeping up just fine too. You can practically hear your joints creaking in real time. By your first birthday, you're already pushing 16 feet tall. All that crazy growing needs one seriously powerful heart. Your heart is the size of a basketball, about 25 pounds. It has to work overtime 24/7 just to pump blood up that ever-growing neck of yours. It's basically like trying to pump water up a skyscraper that keeps adding floors. Your blood pressure is twice that of any other mammal. But being 16 feet tall doesn't make you invincible. When Mom says run, you run. If she stops to take a drink, you better be scanning hard for large cats. Because you're currently terrible at basically everything defensive. Even the simplest actions, like lying down or crouching, are a whole ordeal. Those absurdly long legs have to fold under your body in what can only be described as cursed yoga, and getting back up burns a ridiculous amount of energy. Being tall isn't all it's cracked up to be. Fast forward a bit, you've hit puberty. If you're female, congratulations, you're ready to meet your match. If you're male, buckle up, you've got about 2 more years to wait. Use that time wisely to sharpen your neck-swinging combat skills. Speaking of females, prepare yourself for a very unique courting ritual. Males have a charming little habit of tasting a female's urine to check if she's fertile. Yeah, you heard that right. The organ on the roof of a male's mouth can actually analyze the pheromones in urine. If you're male, you'll be spending a lot of quality time neck wrestling other males. Basically, you just whip your long necks at each other until someone taps out. This can go on for 30 minutes straight. The loser walks away with a splitting headache. The winner gets a date. If you're female, your pregnancy lasts about 15 months. That's longer than most mammals even want to think about. Once your calf is born, you'll welcome them the same way your mom welcomed you, by dropping them 6 feet onto the ground. Hopefully they land clean and don't immediately get a concussion. You've made it to adulthood. If you're female, you're sitting around 16 feet tall. Weight? Just over a ton. If you're male, you can top out at nearly 20 feet. Almost 2 tons of pure giraffe. Your neck alone is over 6 feet long. Your tongue stretches nearly 20 inches. Perfect for stripping leaves off even thorny branches. Your day-to-day life is basically a never-ending grind. Find food, find water, dodge predators, and maybe find a mate somewhere in between. You might only drink once a day, because when you do drink, you pound up to 10 gallons in one go. To drink, you have to do this precarious front leg split, while keeping an eye out for predators. This is when you're basically a moving target for lions. You try to drink as fast as possible, and usually coordinate with the crew. Some stand guard while the others hydrate in peace. If a lion decides your dinner, your best bet is to just run. You can sprint at about 35 miles per hour in short bursts. If running isn't an option, you can deliver a flying back kick powerful enough to literally shatter a lion's jaw. But lions are sneaky. They wait for just the right moment, usually when you're drinking, or they go after the old, young, or sick ones. They also use decoys to distract you. You might not react in time and just lose your baby. About half of all calves don't survive their first year. Your life is basically one long eating session. You spend 16 to 20 hours a day eating. You need about 75 pounds of leaves daily. But here's the catch. Those tasty acacia trees have evolved to produce toxins when they get nibbled on. So you're forced to move from tree to tree. Oh, and don't forget, you need sleep too. Except you only get less than an hour a day, broken up into 5-minute power naps, and usually while standing up. Lying down is basically putting up a sign that says, "Free all-you-can-eat buffet." Plus, getting back up on those legs is a whole production. So most of your sleep happens vertical. Time flies. Giraffes typically live 20 to 25 years. You've hit 20. You've survived everything the savanna threw at you. Lions, droughts, and humiliating neck-fighting competitions. You figure your life story has a pretty solid ending. But then, a storm rolls in and traps you out in the open. As the tallest animal around, you are basically a walking lightning rod. All those years you spent being proud of your height, nature is finally making you regret it. One flash, one bright light. The end.